Hey guys, Ash here coming at you today in Watcher of Realms. Welcome to the video, guys. Send us some positive vibes and love your way today, especially if you need it out there, guys. Sometimes we all need it. Just do something. You know what? It's corny, it's cliche, it's whatever. You know, here I am talking to you in a Watcher of Realms YouTube video trying to give you advice to make you happier today. But I say all that to say this. I want to tell a quick story. I was in Home Depot picking up a dehumidifier, exciting times, with the kiddo. We were in line, and I was just playing like a silly little game. Invented a little game with a 6-year-old, you know? And the dude in front of me turned around. He looked like a real gruff dude, kind of a man's man. He turns around, and he's like looking at me, giving me the eye. And I'm like, what does this do? What's this problem, man? I'm trying to play a little game with my kiddo here while I'm bored in line. And then he's like, hey, excuse me, I couldn't help but overhearing you. I just want to say, what you're doing right there is really special. You and your kiddo got something special. You don't see that a lot, or something like that. And I was like, dude, that was probably the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. Obviously, I wasn't trying to do anything special, but anyway, I say all that to say, maybe give a stranger a compliment.
I've been hearing some good things about you.
Or if you don't want to give them a compliment, maybe like, you know, pay for coffee of the person behind you in the drive-thru or something. It makes you feel really good, and it makes the other person feel really good. You know, we ought to do like more random acts of kindness, even selfishly, even selfish altruism here. Anyway, guys, hope you don't mind the preamble here. Today we're gonna get into Marri. I think I have my soul the drakes of Watcher of Realms, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hey, Rach, remember that whole we were on a break thing?
Marri, will you marry me?
That's not funny.
Very cringe dad jokes here. But anyway, Marri's amazing. You get her free on day 3 of Watcher of Realms. Everybody has her watching this video, unless you just started. If not, you'll get her. And I love her. I love her. I've mentioned this so many times here on the channel that I love this hero. And, you know, I haven't really made a dedicated video talking about why I love her so much. First of all, my bucket gives her A- in the early. Let me see if I can crunch this down a little bit. There we go. So Marri is right at the top of the screen now, right as she should be. A- in the early game, A overall, A in the early game, S+ in Gear Raid 1, B Gear Raid 2, A- in Gear Raid 3. Now can I bring this in? Look at the magic of dragging my mouse, Ash. Unbelievable what you can do. Guild Boss A, but really Guild Boss S+. And then we have, you know, single damage, obviously an F, AoE A's, and so on and so forth. Anyway, why do I love her so much? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at her, right? And I think that, dare I say, most people build her incorrectly, and if you want to get the most out of her, right? So let's take a look at her skills really quickly here. Let's start with her basic, because her basic is actually one of the biggest highlights of her kit, okay? Can't say that about many heroes in this game. Inflicts slow on the target with each attack, okay? Slow, for those who don't know, and it can differ based on, you know, different heroes. Movement speed minus 75%, okay? 1.5 seconds. That's a really good move on the basic attack, okay? Additionally, there's a 35% chance to cast icicles at 3 random targets, inflicting slow, okay? For every 5 basic attacks landed, restores 6 rage, and you can level up the rage restoration. Okay, great. Awaken, increase the chance of attacks producing extra icicles by 15%. I do have her A4 right now. I could take her all the way to Awaken 6, but I don't even think you necessarily need to, but you definitely could. Anyway, Icicle on the passive. Attack triggered icicles inflict slow upon the target for an extended duration. Meanwhile, targets inflicted with slow by Marri will receive vulnerability to physical damage and vulnerability to magic damage. This is obvious, but this is not her ultimate. This is just a passive. This is her icicle passive, okay? Ultimate, cast a blizzard on enemies for 6 seconds, dealing AoE damage equal to 90% attack per second to all enemies in range and inflicting them with freeze, okay? The Awaken 3 is blizzard duration plus 1 second. Frozen, unable to take action for 4 seconds, okay? So listen, it's basic. We get the kit, right? She's got slow. She's got freeze. Now, here's the weird thing about Marri. I want to give a massive shout out to Murder Inc. Me and Murder, I'm covering Raid Shadow Legends for probably 40 years now, and he has a channel covering this game as well. Brilliant dude, brilliant dude. Hopefully we can collab with him eventually, but he has a video built on Marri all about Clan Boss. A week or so old, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. And boy, is she amazing. Amazing Guild Boss. Amazing Guild Boss.
For you.
As I mentioned, plus, even in the end game, right? But the build's gonna be a little bit different. But the same priorities, or let me just say, there's two priorities and stat-wise on this hero. I feel like intuitively, a lot of people are gonna go for, you know, a little bit of damage and some survivability. And obviously, a little bit of damage is nice on this mage, and survivability is always great. You could argue my survivability is quite a bit low on this hero. Good news is, she's getting the job done everywhere. I'm using her at the point that I am on my account, which is firmly in the mid game, okay? Anyway, crit rate, sure, I'll build some crit rates, and nice to have. A little bit crit damage, sure. Again, it's nice to have, but she's not going to be your heavy DPS on your team. The stats, that without belaboring the point here, the stats that we're prioritizing here for Gear Raid 1, Gear Raid 3, Campaign, wherever you're using her outside of Guild Boss, we want Rage Regen, okay? We want her to get back to that ultimate as often as humanly possible, right? But in Guild Boss, we're not going to use her ultimate at all. We're not going to use her ultimate. And again, shout out to Mert Inc. for the video. Very, very good stuff there. We'll talk about why towards the end of the video, why we're not going to be using her ultimate and why we don't care about Rage Regen for Guild Boss. But everywhere else, we do want a lot of Rage Regen, even prioritized over any damage on this hero. But the other stat is attack speed. As we mentioned earlier, her basic attack is super powerful. We get the slow 75 movement speed, and then we have the chance to, you know, have the icicles, right? Inflicting more slow. So we want her to be attacking really, really quickly, okay? So Rage Regen and attack speed isn't necessarily the stats that you're used to prioritizing on all of your heroes, right? But that's gonna be the priority on Marri. So we have right now her, you know, you can kind of ignore her attack and her, not her survivability. We can obviously stand to gain there. But the attack interval, right? So it's 1.2 seconds her attack interval with a 342 speed. Obviously, we could scale that up a lot higher as we approach the end game. But a 1.2 interval, again, note here that the slow is 1.5 seconds. Okay? So we like to have this up all the time. All the time, especially on bosses, against really big, tanky bosses in this game, okay? So, with all that said, is the closer we can push the attack interval, excuse me, the closer we can push this from 2-second base down to 1 or sub 1 second, the faster the better. But I think I can get by just fine on 1.2 either. The better, especially for Guild Boss, but it's going to benefit her everywhere, okay? So right now I have her built for everything other than Guild Boss. However, I can still run her in Guild Boss as well, like this. So what do I have on her? I have attack speed, obviously, on the amulet, okay? I have on the bangle, I have attack bonus, and then I have Rage Regen on the ring. Now, if you're only using her for Guild Boss, you know, obviously you're not going to want to go Rage Regen, but it's kind of an overall, all-around build, but you can swap it out. Heck, you don't have to pay to swap out your gear in this game. It almost feels weird. I'm still like hesitant to do it sometimes because I'm so used to paying for it in the other game that I cover. Anyway, guys, Awakening really quickly, as we mentioned earlier, increase the chance of producing extra icicles on the Awakened 1 on A2 HP, on A3 Blizzard duration plus 1 second, on A4 revival time minus 10 seconds, and then A5 we get the duration of the slow on all of her abilities, and the freeze is plus 1 second. That's pretty powerful. Sorry, I'm blocking it. That's a pretty powerful Awakened. Maybe I should take her to A5. I don't know. I'll decide later. I do have Restore 5% Rage for every 5 attacks. She's already attack fast anyway, so I love this artifact on her, okay? I think going Rage is going to be beautiful everywhere except for Guild Boss. All right, so you've seen all the gear that I have on her. You've seen the stats. Let's go ahead and take her into battle, guys. What do you say? Can you tell how much I love Marri? My girl. My girl. My girl. Sorry. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Raids, I'm going to show you Gear Raid 1. I mean, she's great in Gear Raid 1, but she's great on a lot of areas, okay? So I'm not going to use all the most OP legendaries that I have. I'm just going to try to get by with a really low BP team and just use some freebies in here, you know? So let's go ahead and start the battle, and I'll show you how we set things up here. Show you how powerful she can be. Now, we could obviously protect her and put her somewhere like near the back, but sometimes I just kind of do kamikaze Marri, guys. I just put her up front, and if she dies, well, she will eventually, right? But it's not going to be the end of the world. We'll put our DPS in the back so they can be protected, right? It's not going to be the end of the world. We're going to go ahead and put Dolores out there as well, and you're going to see how powerful she can be. We'll use the icicles right now. That's the, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let's go ahead and start stacking up our other DPS. Obviously, if you're a newer player, you want to put them in the back so they don't die right away. Now let's go ahead and put some more DPS on the battlefield. Let's do it this way. Sure. All right. Let's go ahead and activate Dolores. Get some kill shots in here in just a moment. Boom, boom, boom. We have all our debuff. Let's get our tanks in there. Sorry, I'm a little bit big here, aren't I? Boop, boop. There we go. All right, Raph, you're up, buddy. You're up. Comet, do your thing. Do your thing. So obviously we're going super AoE mage heavy. And our girl, you can see she's getting back to that ultimate very quickly, right? Look at all those freezes. Look at that control. Think about the 4 things she's doing. It's not just the freeze. It's not just the icicles. It's also the physical and the magic damage that she's bringing to the table, okay? Fantastic. She's already back to it again. And what this does is, sure, I mean, it freezes everybody, obviously. It slows everybody, incredible movement speed, but it's buying us so much time with this barrier still up, right? For us to do more DPS. How do you lose in this gear raid, in this map, a battlefield of gear raid? Well, she's already back to it again, all that rage regen, you know? That's why we want to really prioritize that. How do we lose? We lose by them breaking through, you know, and getting to the portal. And they haven't even broken through there, and we don't even have any, like, you know, we don't have any tanks or defenders down or anything like that. It's just sheer DPS, but it's only possible because of Marri, because of the debuffs, because of the control. This is why she's my favorite hero out there, you know? She's bringing so much to the table. She's really, to me, almost 2 heroes in one. All from a freebie, a day 3 freebie. You love it. You gotta love it. All right, let me show you Guild Boss, guys, right here. I don't have like a super optimized or whatever team. I'll go, I kind of want to auto fight, but I will fight Nightmare. Wait, have I already attacked. Let's just do Nightmare 1. Ugh. 200 diamonds. Well, I just want to demonstrate. All right, let's take all of these OP. Well, we'll put a couple OPs in there, right? It doesn't really matter, right? In terms of who's on the squad. I'll take a few good, you know, good ones out. But as I mentioned earlier, the main thing that we're doing here, who do I want to use? Well, yeah, sure. Arrogance, welcome to the squad. The main thing I want to highlight here, guys, as I mentioned earlier, let's get Idril in there too. What do you guys say? Let's take out Setram, I guess. Sure, why not? All right. We don't want to use her ultimate because we want to keep the... Again, I would refer you guys to Murder Inc. here. Great video, just great stuff. Let me slow... Okay, it's already slow. Check this out. All right, so she's doing her thing. Look at the 3 debuffs, right? Movement speed, magic damage, physical damage, right? Look at that. Look at how long... Look at with our attack speed, they're not falling off. They're not falling off of the guild boss. If they do, it's just going to be very momentarily, right? And because of this, we actually do not want to use her ultimate. We want her to just keep pounding away. Dude, I am so, if you're anything like me, as is very clear right now, you know what? If I was a better content creator, I would re-record this entire thing and not show you that I just did what I told you not to do. But I guess I'm gonna keep it in. You know why? Because it's hard. It's hard to remember not to use the ultimate. We see it light up and we're like, yes, yes, I want to use it immediately. Was that like an Arnold voice? Was that kind of a constipated Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Hasta la vista, baby.
I want to use it immediately. See, I almost did it again. But nah, we don't want to. We just want to keep all the debuffs up. You're gonna get so much more damage, guys. You're gonna get so much more damage by doing this. Look at this. Just hammering away with the basic attack. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. We're hammering basic. Isn't that beautiful? And this is why she's so freaking powerful. So she died because she was all by herself out of heal range. And you can see now we're starting to you know, all of our debuffs are falling off. But man, she's one of the most capable debuffers out there in the game. I think, again, the mistake you can make is you start using the ultimate, especially if you have so much rage regen like I have, then, you know, they're going to fall off a little bit longer. Is it going to be the end of the world? No, but you get the point, right? All right, guys. So it wasn't like a super optimized run or whatever, and Marri died, by the way, in the battle, but you guys get the point, right? It was really the demonstration that I want. It obviously can be used. That strategy with her can be used anywhere. If you guys are curious about the damage dealers, Hex is absolutely a monster of a hero, by the way, but that's another video for another day. Hopefully you have a healthy appreciation for why I love Marri so much, and hopefully you guys do as well. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. If there's a hero that you want to see me do a guide on, please let me know in the comments below. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.